Two deadly mass shootings in 3 days with 18 people dead and even more injured.
The communities of Monterey Park and Half Moon Bay shattered by gun violence. 7 people are dead and 1 is in critical condition following shootings at 2 farms in Half Moon Bay tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. Deputies just held a news conference providing an update. They confirmed the suspect is now in custody.
This is a devastating tragedy for this community and the families touched by this unspeakable act of violence.
San Mateo County Sheriff Christina Corpus says deputies were called around 2:22 p.m. Monday for reports of a shooting in unincorporated San Mateo County. When officers arrived, they found 4 people shot and killed, and a 5th person was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Shortly afterwards, 3 additional victims were found dead at a separate location about a mile away. Deputies say both locations are farms on large rural properties in Half Moon Bay.
There's people that live at the location as well. So, it was in the afternoon when kids were out of school, and for children to witness this is unspeakable.
Video of the arrest of the suspected gunman was caught on camera. You can see law enforcement pulling their guns and aiming it at the suspect as they pulled him out of a car. Deputies say he is Chun-Li Zhao, a 67-year-old resident of Half Moon Bay. He was actually located inside his vehicle at a sheriff's substation.
Zhao is believed to have acted alone, and there is no further threat to this community.
And there has to be a change. This is not an acceptable way for modern society to live and conduct its affairs. We are deeply grateful for law enforcement for their work this evening. Zhao
is thought to be a farm worker, but a motive for the shooting is still unknown at this time. We're told he's cooperating and being interviewed by investigators.
Gun violence in this country is at completely unacceptable levels. It's really hit home tonight.
Now, we do have a crew there in Half Moon Bay, and we'll have live updates on the investigation starting tomorrow morning on ABC 10 News.
Turning to the latest on the deadly mass shooting in Monterey Park. The death toll has risen to 11, 1 victim dying at the hospital. That after police say 72-year-old Hu Can Tran fired 42 rounds at the Lunar New Year celebration at a dance studio. The first victim was shot in the head multiple times as she was backing out of the parking lot, her dance partner sitting in the passenger seat.
He saw the wound on her head. He tried to cover it with his hands to stop the bleeding.
Police say Tran had a limited criminal history and arrests back in the 90s for unlawful possession of a firearm. A longtime acquaintance says he was a regular at both dance studios, that he distrusted most people and spent much of his time alone.
4 of the victims have been identified. They are 65-year-old Mimi Nyan. Her niece says she loved to dance and was looking forward to celebrating the Lunar New Year with family. 63-year-old Leland Lee, 68-year-old Alvaro Valentino, and 57-year-old Siljuan Yui. Tonight, a vigil was held to honor the victims, and ABC 10's Luke Clary is there live in Monterey Park tonight.
Yeah, and Luke, you've been on the ground there for the last 2 days, watching this all unfold and evolve. A heartbreaking few days, Luke.
Laura, Chris, people are working their way through this. We're here in front of Star Dance Studio again tonight, where the memorial has only grown in the last 48 hours. This is a community that is grieving together. Dark days in Monterey Park,
where our joyous Lunar New Year celebration was turned utterly upside down.
Candlelight offers us a glimpse of the sorrow for those who were killed or injured by a gunman on Lunar New Year's Eve.
It is dark, but we feel the light of your face, and we feel the love of your souls.
The town on sunny Los Angeles County's eastern edge has been described as America's first suburban Chinatown. But Monterey Park is a place where people of different colors and tastes live side by side.
My family would always tease me, I'd rather eat Mexican food than Chinese food. I'm sorry,
Terry Gore's home on the hill and 6 decades in this city give us perspective.
Yeah, I've been here 60 years and other than a lot more people, so the traffic's crazy. You just, like any small community, it doesn't feel real.
Now her community joins a club no place wants to be part of. an American city knocked to its knees by gun violence.
Unfortunately, we aren't going to be the last. And I think that's the thing that bothers you.
This community is resilient.
Monterey Park is grieving together.
Thank you so much for coming together. Gracias por todos. Thank you. Xie xie. We are one people.
And I have to tell you, to learn of another deadly mass shooting while covering this here in the state of California, it was surreal. But people are working through this. This is a community that is grieving together, and there will be more memorials. There will be more vigils as this community works its way through this and tries to heal. Laura, Chris.
Yeah, Luke, and certainly stories and reporting like yours are really helping paint a picture of the community and really helping us get to know them. Thank you, Luke. Well, just hours ago, crowds gathered at the state capitol here in Sacramento. The AAPI Legislative Caucus held a vigil to honor the lives lost.